Hello, you beautiful souls. I thought quite a bit about what kind of video I would be filming today. I wanted it to be some kind of challenge, and because my life isn't hard enough already, I went for the hardest challenge that came to mind. If you haven't seen any of my other videos, or maybe you just haven't noticed, I'm right-handed, but today I will work with my left hand only. I'm going to actually tape my right hand down, not only for the purpose of dramatization, but also because whenever I try doing something with my left hand, my right hand always wants to intervene somehow. It's totally not on purpose, but somehow on a subconscious level. It somehow helps when there's even a little bit of resistance holding it back, so that's why I use the tape. Sketching out my base is a challenge already. Now that I'm seeing the footage again and also seeing it sped up, it doesn't really look like it, but believe me, I am struggling. It indeed is very humbling to not be able to draw a shape that somewhat represents a circle or even a straight line, even though I do it on a regular basis and I also dare say relatively successfully. To give you an idea about how slowly I'm working, usually my videos are sped up about 10 times as fast as I'm drawing. This video is mostly sped up times 20, so twice as fast even. But let's have a look at how slow I'm really drawing. Yeah, it's definitely not going fast. Especially drawing the eye was so freaking hard. Especially drawing facial features in general, they are so delicate and require so much attention to detail. All it takes for it to look somehow off is one line that isn't placed correctly. And trust me, it is so hard to control that pencil. Have you tried drawing with your weak hand? If not, or even if you have before, I challenge you to try it now. Even if it's only for 10 minutes, but those 10 minutes, they're something. Some of the lines I'm actually really happy with. Even the smaller bits of shading, I actually am surprised how well they turned out. On the opposite end, when I'm drawing those long lines, I can't keep them smooth at all. With my right hand, I have no problem drawing long, fluid lines, but with my left hand, no matter which angle I try, they always come out as wonky and somehow jagged. Though I do have to say, it's a look in itself. I guess it's because it's quite consistent in its inconsistency, if you know what I mean. Oh my, this is hard. I figured that I can try hiding some of the not so pretty lines of the eyes with a bit more of a darker shading. You know, just make it seem like this on purpose. For some reason, the shading of the hair kind of was the hardest. Maybe because the areas are rather large and usually I would shade with quite long lines and I can't get them to be straight or close together at all. I actually smudged quite a bit of my drawing by accident, and usually working with my right hand, I try to somewhat work from left to right so I don't smudge too much. Or in general work with a harder pencil that doesn't smudge so easily. I like how other artists create amazing artworks with this technique, but I personally don't really feel like this technique is for me, or if you will, I don't really like it in my artworks. When I first started to learn how to draw, my teacher told me that purposefully smudging is a way to hide your mistakes and a way to make up for a lack of skill with pencils. I actually do not know if I agree with this controversial statement, but I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on that. Let me know your opinion in the comments. Anyways, hiding my mistakes sounds like exactly the thing that I need right now. And I do have to say, I really like how the smudging is also adding to the sketch. I wasn't really happy with the second eye and I'm trying to redo it, but I think I made it worse now. I think she might actually be a bit cross-eyed now, but well, can't have it all, I guess. Overall, I think a bit of contrast is missing, but if I work slow enough and also if I change my angles a few times, I can manage some darker shading. All while I was working, I noticed that my right hand just couldn't hold still. I was able to keep it on the desk without a problem, but funnily enough, it's mimicking what my left hand is doing. At least I think it's a funny thing. Drawing with my right hand, I really never experienced this feature. Drawing with my left hand is actually quite the experience. In everyday life, I never noticed how much fine work my right hand is doing and how stiff my left one is. My wrist is not running smooth at all, and it actually feels more like a wooden stick that's just attached to my arm. But on the bright side, it is getting a little easier the more I practice. Eventually the smudging got so much that by erasing, I can now create some nicely visible highlights. But because my coordination is a bit off, I'm having some troubles with the big chunky eraser. I always have my art knife close, so let's use that to shape our eraser into a better form. Last but not least, let's add a few freckles. You can never have enough of those, and they also do not need to be precise, so it doesn't matter if they're not precise at all. So that's how the sketch looks like, and to be honest, I was expecting it to come out worse. And probably this is also the moment I should have stopped, but no risk, no fun. I would like to have a little bit of color in there, but nothing too fancy, because I already know that my options are limited. If I were working with my right hand now, I would add some black ink on top, but I'm more than certain that my left hand cannot handle precise inking. Definitely not. Like, we also have to stay realistic. I still think it's a cool piece. It certainly was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Let me know if you tried drawing with a weak hand and how it went. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again next week for a very special month. Bye!